Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading the Lyney listener behind me. So let's get into it. Darkness surrounds you as you slowly awaken. Your wrists sore from the tight ropes binding them to the chair. The room is cold, and the musty air makes it hard to breathe. A dull ache spreads across your back, not just from the position but from the weight of the life growing inside of you. Your hand instinctively moves to your belly, trembling as you try to calm yourself. You have to stay strong, for both of you. The door creaks open, and footsteps echo in the room. You look up, eyes narrowing against the dim light, and see a tall figure approaching, masked and cloaked. He steps in front of you, arms crossed, his voice low and menacing. Ah, you're awake. Good. We wouldn't want you missing the show, now would we? Your heart races. Whoever they are, you know this isn't about you. It's about Lyney. The man steps closer, and the scent of damp wood and iron fills the air, making your stomach churn. His eyes narrow as he looks at your belly. You're carrying his child, aren't you? That should make him quite cooperative, don't you think? You grit your teeth, the fear burning into anger. You think he'll just hand himself over because he took me? You know nothing about him. The man chuckles, a cold, better sound. Oh, I'm counting on him coming to save you. It'll make this all the more entertaining when he realizes he's walking into a trap. A chill runs down your spine. You know Lyney. He's smart, clever, and always one step ahead. But the thought of him walking into danger because of you twists your heart in knots. You try to stay calm, thinking of what Lyney would say right now. Stay focused. Stay alert. Don't let them know your hand. You take a deep breath, refusing to let them see your fear. Whatever your plan is, you won't win. Lyney will come for me, and he'll make sure you regret this. The man doesn't respond, but he moves away, leaving you alone again with the darkness and your fears. You close your eyes, focusing on the steady rhythm of your heartbeat, willing yourself to stay strong for both Lyney and your child. Hours pass. It's hard to tell how much. Every creak of the floorboards outside sends your heart racing, wondering if it's him. Then finally you hear it, a faint click, followed by the softest sound of footsteps, so light you almost wouldn't notice them. Why? Your eyes snap open at the sound of his voice, and relief floods through you like a tidal wave, tears pricking at the corners of your eyes. Lyney, you whisper, voice thick with emotion. You strain against the ropes, desperate to see him. And he appears like a phantom in the shadows, his usual playful grin nowhere to be found, now replaced with a look of intense focus. His eyes sweep over you, quickly assessing your condition before he kneels at your side, hands working quickly to untie the ropes binding you. I'm right here. I've got you. Are you hurt? He asks, his voice steady, but laced with a tension that you could feel. You shook your head, though the tears spill over now that he's here. I'm okay. Just scared a bit. He frees your wrists, his fingers lingering briefly on your skin before he pulls you into his arms. His embrace is warm, protective, and for the first time since you were taken, you feel safe. I'm so sorry, he murmurs into your hair, holding you tight against him. I never should have let this happen. I should have. No, this isn't your fault. Don't blame yourself. You cut him off, pulling back to look into his eyes. But you can see it. The guilt, the anger he's trying to hide. Lyney is always the performer, the one who stays calm under the pressure. But right now, you can see the faintest cracks in that facade. He's angry, angrier than you've ever seen him. Where are they? You ask, though you already know the answer. He hasn't dealt with them yet. They'll regret ever laying a hand on you. But first, I'm getting you out of here. He nodded, but before he could stand, a loud crash sounds from outside the door, followed by shouts. Your heart skips a beat, fear surging through you once more. Lyney, he's already on his feet, his expression hardening, and he glances towards the door, then back to you, eyes sharp with determination. Stay behind me. The door bursts open, and the man from earlier stands in the doorway, flanked by two other masked figures. His eyes look onto Lyney, and a cruel smile stretches across his face. Finally, the knave's protege makes his appearance. We've been expecting you. Lyney doesn't flinch. Let's get one thing clear. You made a grave mistake the moment you touched someone that belonged to me. And the air around you shifts, the room suddenly feeling smaller and a lot hotter. Rennie raises his hand, and with a flick of his wrist, cards fly through the air, and he disappears, suddenly moving around the room with unprecedented speed. And just with a few shots of his arrow, all three men were on the ground, unable to utter a single word. He leads you outside the room then, an arm around your waist, as he shields you from the scene as much as he can. Are you okay? Did I scare you? You shake your head, still in awe of how quickly you handled this. No, you saved me, Lyney. He smiles, pulling you close again. And this time, it's the warm, reassuring smile you know so well. I'll always save you, no matter what. And his hand covers yours, his touch soothing. Our little one's safe, I promise you that. Don't you worry. You rest your head against his chest, listening to the steady beat of his heart. I knew you'd come. He smiles softly at that, his lips brushing against your hair. I'll always come for you. No one will ever take you away from me. Not now, and not ever. And right there in his arms, you believe him. You always will, because he's never broken a promise to you.